Alright, hey there. Welcome to another Extra Life stream. This one's going to be a little bit quicker than usual. My name is ND Tech. Ryan Ritter, you can call me ND Tex. Forgot my own intro. Yeah, so I had a little bit of a free time, maybe about like an hour or two at most. And I wanted to take it to keep the MSQ going as there's a lot to get through in Dawntrail. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. But I am doing this for Extra Life. You'll see throughout the stream there'll be a lot of incentives and donations that you can do to mess with my gameplay. If we do get donations, I'm going to go ahead and stack those for the next time I do a stream. I want to make sure we focus and keep going and not have the incentives kind of be a distraction going forward. At least for now, since the stream will be so short. But go ahead, if you will, get those donations in. GamingForAven.org is where you can make that, as you'll see down here below. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. As where we left off last time is we needed to go chat with Wook Lamont as we finish the Hanuhanu leg, and we will get started on the Pelupelu leg. Oh, I can teleport. Whoop. Let's do that. Waste of a sprint. Alright, let's keep this sucker going. Just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew it was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving. March onwards to Pacha. I think so you say that. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your opportunistic Pelu friend has to say. Alright, what do you have to say? I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten enough of Baruki Fu's tacos to feed an army. We still didn't get any! What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Pacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn to take the road west of the first fork, should be wary of anything along the way. That is indeed the way to Pacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. It's going to be alpaca. Yep. Gotta keep doing all the legwork that makes this take a lot more time than usual. One of those things I always forget when I start a new expansion, just how much of that we have to do. And I'm just reading the flavor text on my own. I'll read all the quest text, or at least most of it out loud. I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. They're so cute. These animals can travel Urukpacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yoktoral. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities, or does not need it anyway? Huh. But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you are fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool while you deserved whatever was coming to you from that. One of them spat on me. It was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What do they like to ride? Alpacas breed as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience may find them easy to handle. You just don't like the spit. We're really doing this then. So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. Want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelupelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Guess that'll come in play later. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I should be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. Kid, you shouldn't be tugging on their wool. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urcopacha, then that's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urcopacha, the 100 peaks of time.
Oh, it's like agave.
Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valikarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
So kind of based on the naming of the ranges, I wonder if this is going to lean more towards like Mexican and Latino side of pronunciations.
So this is Urcopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear. Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is
Future
Vorkor
dungeon.
Sormor, the tallest
Of
mountain in
course,
Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me.
The start.
You're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watrimpelo.
Oh, truly. I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelupelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Yep, this does sound
Mezcal,
like
is that a
more.
local beverage?
Oh, that's good stuff. I got a bottle of it behind me for
It's a
donation
Urcopacha
purposes.
specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I still want to know how all the promises came to be adopted. That's one piece of information that hasn't been touched
I gather
on
from
yet.
his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelupelu merchants.
Yeah, they got him drunk and he spent a
Yes.
lot of money.
They do more than run the markets in Tuliola. Pelupelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Watchun Pelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
It's kind of hard to miss the gigantic etherite right there. Like, it's a little hard to miss. Well, there it is. Watchun Pelo, home of the Pelupelu. Wuklamat should have arrived before us. That's not good. You've come all this way for the right of succession? Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, please, the outcome's far from decided, but it's a possibility. How fortunate then that idealing cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady. That's right, come through, promise my well-stocked shelves, but a few steps away. Finest lady, haha, I like the sound of that. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Ervil, what did you... a Shatona from far off Sigtural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived with them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. Oh, thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course. My shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed. I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wuklamat all prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. Well, that's handy. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelupelu. Let us all take Aaronville's words of caution to heart. So they're good salespeople, but they're not pushy. It's a good quality to have. Yep, let her out of your sight for one moment and things houses. Oh, so is this going to be another area where only I can enter? Oh. I'm partial to coffee too. Coffee and mezcal, these are my people. I should have done this first. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Prowl, Alice and I will speak with the merchants. Rook Lamont, you and Aaronville might try poaching travelers and passerby. Excuse me. Soren, pray investigate any of the other establishments that catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let's relay it to the third promise. So I wonder if did this unlock more gathering stuff, or... Because I'm wondering how make mezcal. There must be a hunt here or something. Good lord. That's a lot of people. Or maybe a shared fate. Oh, I found my home. The Mezcal Distillery. The Dawn Servant's Elector? Ah, I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't much care for who sets the throne, as long as they keep Toril peaceful. People tend to not be in the mood to relax and sip our escalent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Ah, no, take it. Oh, right, yes, you were asking about Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobali, could probably tell you more about it. Let's see if this merchant sells it. What's this? Gemstone trader? Alpaca fillet. Yep, and there it is. The pineapple. Well, now I know where it is. I wonder if anybody else sells it. No. I knew it was weird when it didn't pop up in the gathering log. Electors, so yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. You're looking to put a new role on the throne? Personally, I'm rooting for Zoril Jal. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the Brazilian sun. Would you care to purchase something? No. Very well, you said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you no supporter of Zoril Jar's policies. Okay. Fine. Jerk. Hello there, I'm Malbu. Do you have a question for me? Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prize alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close, our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff sinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not long ago. Tolby, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tolby noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. So I think we found our Electro Tolby. I love the aetheryte designs here. So pretty. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. The owner of the ranch, right? Yep, so he's also the head rancher. Well, the alpaca ranch not far from here. I say we pay to visit before the others return. So we gotta go right back to where we were, it looks like. Oh, hang on a second. I got a text I gotta return for... taking my kids to a minor league game as a celebration for the end of their baseball season. And we're gonna be in they have this lazy river. And on Sunday, it's apparently actually affordable, so we're gonna do it as a team. So it's gonna be a cool end. I'm excited to get to do that with my kids. Hopefully they behave. I'm more worried about the little one. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade. Well, who among us could, am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobley. Let's ask some questions first and narrow down the field. Great, we can come back here and share our impressions. Obviously, I'm not Tobley. Oops, I shouldn't have said that. Oh. Let's see. It says you're meant to find out for yourself who Tobley is, or if an elector is even at the village at all. Okay, so yeah, that was important. You think I might be Tobley? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobley? Yeah, yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in our entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the right of succession then? A visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. We were both done with our interrogation, so you think it is. I had my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. I think it might be the diligent ranch hand because Tobley was really upset that that warning wasn't given. Ah, the workers so intent on stable chores. I have my eye on that one too. Time to risk the mask of mystery of the ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Tobley, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. I did it! Alright! As you correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobley, head ledger of Pelupelu and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Gulu Jaja's chosen electors. Aha! In a place featured in the Tulialgo saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, Tobley. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her been ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all.
You're welcome.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobley, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobley. That's part of the test.
Is he gonna threaten them? Oh.
You're Tobley.
Scared him.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
You gonna get spit on? Yep.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
Oh boy.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley braids like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but beatable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Oh, okay.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
Interesting.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
That's what he said.
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Huh?
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Same difference.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
So what are we going to be doing if we can't help? As Wukamat helped demonstrate, the Valley Alpaca are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes a spitting beast. Oh, I bet we got to get stuff for the saddle. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Yeah. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. Don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column. I mean, 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converting to gil, that comes around to $1 million or so. Mayhap if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having the others pay the cost. I'll find the money, somehow. I mean, we have it. I had, like, 5 billion. In that case. Oop! Wrong button. That basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier, 1 pel, in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I can turn 100 pel into $1 million? It's 10,000 times more. Here's the test. We need 10,000 pel, not $1 million, so we're looking at 100 times more. Oh, right. I panicked and got confused with Alphinode's million gil. Not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Malibu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat like you asked. As long as Wu Klamat goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray, let's go about getting you the saddle then, third promise. I don't know why you made your offer, oh boy, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Malibu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It might be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay in here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Malibu gone, I need extra hand to tend the alpaca. Gladly, although Sword, I think you should go with Wu Klamat. You see markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or sold in some way, you have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing. But I'll leave the wool with Soren anyway. The better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try the road to Havili, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but will give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Smart. Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. What saddle is it, and how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cost the cover of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, their promise. Such mescal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Oh, hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mescal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That stuff is at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I support the man of ambition who'll see my business prosper. Zarul Jah will go to war and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. This is nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Good job, everybody. Can't say I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when clans are at war. Many of these Pelu pray for your victory, Wu Thamont. The younger ones, though, for them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles, and that have made trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced that the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. Well, what about you, Balbu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I say. Oh, I was raised on the hotels. I memorized the accounts of what it was like when Yok Hui ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, keeping our nation to go back from the way it was. I think I better make sure I win this contest. The type of mescal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up a piece of Tuliolo on the line. Then neither will we. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade it at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Oh. Of course, the Weaver. Bullnuck was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. This is the spot. After Bullnock talked to us, he walked off to the south. He was probably going to Ikuvol's Inn. Most visitors to Pelupelu end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Another little village. Place is nice. Alright, and I'm gonna take a quick break. I think the kids left the toilet running, so I'll be right back. Well, that took a touch longer. Had to address some laundry needs too. Oh, we meet again, yeah. Can I have that basket sword? Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Well, Nook, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? I promise you wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Peace and Tyrol is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer one that pledged to preserve the peace when the throne. Thus, I do humbly offer this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. That is very generous, Nook. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Soren remembered our weaver friend, all I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts of trading, one which you've instinctively mastered. You think so? I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Soren, you take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Aaronville will never let me hear the end of it. All set, our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade. Success, you traded a 100 pel basket of alpaca wool for 500 pel wool poncho. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. It makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? Yeah, not wearing one. Oh, that's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho, hope they're eager to buy ours. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. So where should we go search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of them will hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamoja, who soldier for a living, prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movement. So even if they have bared shoulders, Mamoja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Alright, so they're wearing a poncho. Try that one. Let's see, no coat or cloak, but also no weapon. We might have a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine, believe me. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker for Tuliolo, and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance and therefore his work as well. Now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho. This would be perfect replacement for the coat I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. For one of your fine tools, perhaps? What about this hatchet? I crafted it for itself and will vouch for its quality. Blade looks sharp and the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands column. From 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this would put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Pelupelu's mate garden for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other ways to say. Glad to have met you. Did you hear that? We've already found the next buyer. To Pelupelu's mate garden we go. Yes, but that's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. These ones will be the calm type, right? Alright, so... Before we get moving, we should be the one to hold on to this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Malibu so kindly provided. Alright, let's begin the alpaca ride. And it's off to the mate fields we go. Please don't spit, please don't spit. You'll be fine, these ones are accustomed to people. I still don't trust them. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Oh, hunt! Without our alpaca friends, we probably would never become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way to Dawntrail? Oh, there's so many silver lobos. I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. Warkor Zormor? Wasn't that the name? Forbidden sight, isn't it? I've never appreciated up close. Gotta take the long way around the cliffs to get there. The highlands that belong to the Yokhui. So Malibu, you said you were learning about the peddler profession. You don't care for ranch work? Oh no, I love it. I love working with the alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you by the taming saddle, though, then it'd be proof I could do this after all. Oh, there's more stuff there. In that case, you best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. Oh, I am taking these things out. Or are we gonna go straight into a cutscene? We made it without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Uvulko's Inn, so we'll walk along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? Oh, now we might get the story. That I was. But perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobley took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to go repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add that to Wuklama's way with people and she'd have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Pelupelu herself over there. Pass the hatchet the third promise and let's get to bargaining. You have that little axe for me? Sure do. Here you go. Thanks. Now let's see what we can get for it. You're Pelupelu, the owner of these fields? I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan. The razor edge of this exceptional tool might make make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. Sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands column. The same price as the hatchet. This deal will bring us no closer to the mezcal. If I may, Mr. Pelupelu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We missed the window of demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. Do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming, and we will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you I have nothing but respect for Wuklama. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help you bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Kona's reforms can't come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Now you could go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? You rest here if you like, Malbu. Thorn and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you, pick the healthy leaves. It'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Hopefully I run into a... Oh, not really running anything. Thought maybe there'd be a mob out here. I guess this is all a part of the encampment. Wonder if I can make it down. Ooh, wolf parade. Wonder if that's going to give me a little 2 bird 1 stone action here. Ah, so they're the ones that dropped the mescal stuff. Wolfish assailants. Oh, dum-dum. We need to do these fates anyway to unlock the right amount. And handle the other one. Oh, that fool's already flying. Ibu's coffee ground. Oh, Forlorn Maiden. Nice. Oh, let's go north and at least unlock this little area. All right, now Now we'll see if I can find those hunt marks. So now we passed the wolves earlier. Although these are... I wonder if it was up here. Yep, it was up here. Or it looks like it. Is that no. It's like I'll have to travel back down and look for him again. One, two, three. Come on down. There we go. Almost 500,000, not bad. Alright, we'll go back, because I'm going to have to come a little bit further down the road, it looks like. I'd like to keep this sucker moving. And we need to start collecting ether currents anyway. Yes, I brought leaves. An acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fare before making any decisions. How did they fare? We've brought our share as well. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor, the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Wonder if it's mate or mate. Premium, I'm going to say mate. Bought at the shop, one stack of those leaves would cost no less than 5 pel at the thousands column. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best for the rest of your harvest. Oh, she's all sad. Malibu, what's wrong? As I was saying before, even after everything Tobly's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobly to accept my decision then? Yeah, have you even mentioned it to him? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tuarl's peace, and becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobly had the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than to worry over what he might say. Thank you for the advice. But first, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next then? What, we tried to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000 pel? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you with your prominence that you're holding your own in such strong competition. The throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zoro-ja? I mean, of course I am. I will wook them out of the Dawn's promise, after all. Yeah, I don't look so convinced. Alright, where to next? Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't need to risk proving Hermville's point. I'm almost to 92. Ready then, our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. Alright. Normally I would teleport. But I want those wolves. I have to come to this route. And I don't know if I'm gonna get. Yeah. Let's see, we're gonna take a shot at it. See if I can get. Yeah, I might be able to tag enough. Well, I don't know if it gave me credit for it. I think the wolves are up in like the cliff area. Oh, that's Bander corals. Are those the wolves up there? I think, or is that more Bander corals? Nope, silver lobos. Oh, we had to kill one of them. Nice. Alright. I will speak with a man by the name of Gobli. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as master of the craft. He knows the value of his product, so if we're to convince him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in the gossip. If you could talk to the people in the distillery, Soren, perhaps Uklamat could do the same at the village entrance. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side and see what I can learn. Me? I'm a chef from Tuliolo. I often come here to buy Goldblee's mezcal, the finest in Tyrol, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, I wanted to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It would be nice to have less potent refreshments during such conversations, else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement. Oh, so we gotta drink them under the table, huh? Goldblee might be a deft-handed distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of sun perch. And he can't dress, so he's a drunk slob. Okay. There's not much I can say about Goldblee, but I can tell you what Goldblee's been saying. The other day, he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agave Jaws. That's the field where they gather ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue, but it's hard to celebrate when it affects the work as it does. Can't rightly bring joy to people if you can't keep making the thing they love. Alright, so he's a slop. We can kill somebody or drink him under the table. So what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all those tidbits. The deal is good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Goldblee is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go on ahead, I'll bring Luke Lamont. Yeah, business with me, sir. Why don't we talk down below so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Now, what's this about? Keep it brief if you would, I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we can offer sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff like the mezcal. Oh, deal, mate leaves are all well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal, just like that? Still, I hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? Let's go with the monsters. Let's hold to that one. Okay. Palace invitation then? Because I don't think they'll care about the chef. Okay, I guess so. So I can't screw this up. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hogby chef, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Oh, you're right, absolutely right. I had noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hogby friend. Didn't realize I myself was to blame. Must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value of mine, no second lease is worth the mezcal you offer. We offer to cull the monsters? Oh, not yet. Okay. As I expect you're aware, the rites of succession is currently taking place. This way the third promises grace us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal would be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes, I must admit. Still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I could secure the deal. Well, I actually think your exceptional mezcal would speak for yourself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Valuk Shomsa. It'd be such a shame to miss the chance of a lifetime simply for a want of proper garments. That would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for the court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to the Weaver. His name is Balnuk, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliala. As a supporter of Wuklaman and keen observer of palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. That's certainly a tempting proposal, and one I wish I would take full advantage, but the scales aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in the agave jaws? That's a problem I could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and Soren and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use time to pen an introductory letter to Balnuk. Feels you're looking for just north of Pelupelu. Stay safe. It'll be the agave jaws just over there. Let's go faster if we split up, blah, blah, blah. Oh, kids, please don't fight. They love playing way too rough. Sounds like they're arguing about the rules of some game that they've made up. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. It's getting bad. we'll have to wrap some stuff up here. We'll let this be the last leg of the quest that I do. So I gotta get ready for the family excursion. Yep, no challenge. Let's head back and close the deal. Oh. I wonder if there's a oh. Yep, figured there'd be one up there. We'll get that one next time. Let's go close this quest out first. Thank you for looking after our precious goods. I'm about to end it. Your bunch problem has been resolved, Master Kofley. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Balnuk as agreed. The deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Finally had the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Malibu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far. Third promise, but let's not celebrate till we have the saddle in hand. Malibu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand. For now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Alright, with one more excellent trade. Started from a sack of wool. Alright, like I said, short stream. Glad we got a little bit of the way through this. Looks like we'll be coming close to the end of this route. But I will be back later. Don't know if that'll be later tonight, or I doubt it'll be tomorrow night, but we'll see. Just stay tuned, make sure you're following, keep an eye on notifications, and until next time, have a good one.